it now everywhere.
Yeah, now it's live. We're live. Lazy Goblins channel.
We
Happy
are
Friday,
live.
December 6th, 2019. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great Friday night. Being safe.
Hold on. Check the audio on the thing.
Fun. And audio? Checking the audio?
Good.
There's too much glare on my glasses. I'm going to take those off. I don't need them.
Dude, okay, so the other day.
Yeah, the other day.
I think it was a couple days ago. I was recording, trying to do like a vlog thing. I didn't put it out because I didn't feel like there was enough substance in it.
Not enough coffee.
And then also, yeah. But like the way the sun was with the clouds and the light coming in from the other window and the reflection and how good the camera is, I just look like white, like ghost. Like I look like a ghost or a vampire. It was crazy.
Speaking of vampire, we're here to talk to you about our game.
Good segue.
Yeah, always. So, how's everyone been? I know we haven't talked to you guys in a while.
It's been 2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks. 2 full weeks.
Yeah.
So, obviously, in that time frame, we had Thanksgiving, everything was going on. I had some things happen. My dog passed away. We're going to insert a little video. Cody's going to put together a nice little
Do you have
pictures.
If you have clips, I'll do it.
I have tons of pictures. But yeah, my dog passed away.
I'll play the
like this. No, I'll cry. No, we should do that because everyone will cry. We'll get 1,000 more subscribers. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. So my dog got really sick during Thanksgiving, actually, and on Friday, even sicker, and then Saturday took him to the vet, and we had to put him down because he had cancer in his stomach. So that was really tough, and that was my first dog that my wife and I, it's my first dog as an adult, being fully responsible for doing all that stuff. And we've had him for only 8.5 years, so that was really sad. But it was Katie and I's first pet together. We don't have any other pets yet. And so it was a really tough time. I actually traveled to the East Coast from California with him in the cab of the moving vehicle. So it was really tough. So that kind of led into, that was Thanksgiving. And then I really didn't feel like doing anything. And then it led into just a really long week. So I'm exhausted because I've had to work a little bit of overtime. I'm still trying to work on the game, trying to get back into that routine. And so it's been kind of tough. But you know what? Today I don't feel good. I have a migraine and a fever. But I'm here for you guys.
Yeah, we gotta
a commitment.
Keep on the podcast.
And like most of you, I always ask myself, what would my dad, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, do? And he would work. And he would. And there's actually a story that he tells about how once he was doing a big wrestling match at WrestleMania, he got injured with John Cena, and the match was supposed to go 45 minutes. He tells this all the time. It's like a bedtime story. I'm like, Dad, okay, fine. And so, but he had the choice right there to make if I go on or if I say I'm done. And he chose to go on. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. Here to go on.
That guy could go out there and wrestle right now.
Yeah. So I think this is pretty much it. Thanks for stopping by again.
So that's it.
And 4 minutes in. No, so yeah, we wanted to catch up and get back into it. So sorry for that sad segue. But we like to keep you guys informed. Plus, it kind of gives you a little bit devlog about how it is indie life and how you... Sometimes shit happens,
like that will happen.
But I could have called it quits. I could have just been like, Cody, I'm not going to do anything till the end of the year,
And it's also good to know that even we had a deadline to release this at the day after Thanksgiving on that Friday, Black Friday. We were set on it. Johnny was really wanting to get that done, but these things happen, and if stuff like this happens, it's okay to push it back. It's fine because you got to take care of yourself and everything first and foremost. So
right. And well, I think it's also important, there's a lot of people that would say, I've had that happen to me too, but I still pushed on and did something else, and that's fine. I agree, I still could push on too, but it was just really emotional for us. And so to get in the headspace of because creating a game is not something that I feel like you can just I mean, there's a part of it that's forcing yourself because you have to say, I have to go do this. Like, I have to do this project. But you have to be in a creative environment. You have to be ready mentally. I think if you just try to kind of jump in and, like, I'm depressed, I don't feel like doing this, and now you're forcing yourself, the stuff you're going to put out is crap because you're not going to be into it. So,
unless you're going for, like, a depressive game.
Right, and I can get into a depressive state like that. So,
and I think actually, fun tidbit, like,
yeah, what is it?
Everybody loved Gears of War,
Mm-hmm.
and I think in it, like, a bunch of interviews and stuff, Cliffy B actually said that he was in the most, like, one of the most depressive states, like, times of his life during that time, and, you know, he, like, really dug into that and used that to make Gears of War, like, the story and everything, what it is.
Wow. And see, I think that's an important thing, because, like, sometimes, like, I'm trying to change my life around and what I do, my life patterns and stuff, and what I'm doing. And so I was going to use this as my energy and start saying, okay, I'm putting everything into that. And then what's life do? Throws a wrench. And so, but like exactly like you were saying, you know, like I'm trying to use this as my outlet, and that's why I'm here now. And I haven't done too many levels since the last push, but I think I've done a lot now. I was at 8.
20-something levels.
Okay, so I've done a lot of levels. So I'm trying, yeah. Using this time.
We're planning to at least release with 30 levels, so you'll have a good amount of levels.
Yeah, and then so we got a lot of work done. So luckily though, Cody has done awesome work, and so a lot of all the mechanics, everything's running smooth and pretty consistent. It's like.
And if there's something that pops up or something that needs to fix, I can easily fix it within, like, at the maximum, probably an hour. But most of the stuff that has popped up, I've been able to get in there and fix it rather quickly. So.
And that's, yeah, because we're basically doing some of, like, you know, people have asked me, like, so what are you guys going to do? You're going to, you know, send some of it out, like some of the keys out so people can play test. Well, we're kind of doing the play test. We're fixing the bugs that we're seeing, the obvious ones that are coming up quickly. So as we get more, then we can figure that part out. But so we're kind of, I'm doing the levels, so we're at 22, I think, now. And so with that, we've been play testing all those and then seeing how those go. And it's looking pretty good. I'm really impressed with it. I'm really happy. Love the way it's looking. Just got to finish up that other world that I'm working on. I might stream a lot of that. But anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Do you want to show any of it right now, Cody? Is this a good time? Is this a good segue? Do you want me to show it, or are you showing it?
You go for it.
Oh, crap.
Show them all
this works.
Levels.
All right, you guys, don't look at all my other stuff. You know, I have all this other stuff back there.
While you get that ready, I gotta let the animals in.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. So, I gotta turn on the UI manager. Turn this bad boy off. I'm not gonna have any music on. I don't know if maybe. I guess I can. I guess I'll just turn on some music. Fine, whatever. Just for you guys. So you guys will hear some of the great sounds that we have as the game starts and takes its time to load.
I also need to check on the chat. How's the chat going?
So it's looking really good. As you can see, we got a nice little UI going. This little logo, backdrop. You can choose the different levels.
Shh.
So yeah, shh.
Join a podcast.
Let's pick just a random level.
Look how good it is! Oh my god, looks so good.
Nice.
Yeah, I really like. I actually like this level. It shows it a lot. Shows it a lot more, but I like that sprite overlay between the areas.
I have to change this. That's too easy. I was trying to make it hard, so you had to basically hit the barrel, so I'll just do that. But yeah, so it's looking pretty good. I love certain aspects of this. See if you can just... Oh, what? I love when they die, everything goes wild, and there's just pieces everywhere. I love that.
So
He
shot the barrel perfectly.
Got him. Onward. Oh, look, we got some ads in there. Everything looks good. Skip, close. Oh god. What's going on?
We got ads in there. You should go. What happened?
I think the code. So I think if you just hold on the ad and watch the ad, it looks like it starts the next level automatically.
Wait, what?
I'll show you.
Like for the retry, or?
Just when the ad pops up. So let's play till there's an ad.
Oh, I think in this, like in the editor, the ad pops up to show like kind of like it will show an ad. It is working, but on the actual phone, it actually it'll pause the game.
So I can see it's looking pretty good. Now we're over here. Oh, you fixed the U. Nice.
Oh, did it get fixed?
Oh, it looked like it. Let's try. No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
So as you can tell, there's multiple enemies. Yeah. So it's looking pretty good. Another ad. Yeah. So we don't have the ads playing a lot. Like, so I know a lot of the people that I've been talking to, like, oh my god. Oh, jeez.
The first 5 levels are fine. There, you won't get an ad during the first 5 levels, and then after that, it's every 3 levels. And then you have the option of watching an ad to revive on like the levels where you have multiple enemies. And then on the shop, there's a coin button, and you can watch an ad to get 50 coins right away. And then it'll go away and it'll come back in 4 hours. I'll probably work on something to actually show that and say, hey, come back in 4 hours to get more coins.
And then I already bought someone, so I can actually select the cowgirl now.
What do you guys got?
Go back, play a level. Let's go 13. Now the cowgirl.
And
hey, Cody.
The cowgirl. Yeah.
Look at her face, the cowgirl's face, though. Do you see her?
She has no face. I think that's a reflection.
Okay.
But I'll look into it.
There you go. So that's the game.
Yep.
So like I said, it's coming along. It's looking really good. I think Cody and I are both really pleased with how fun it's looking. The body parts flying is fantastic.
It's just fun to play too.
Yeah, it's really fun, and like we're trying to make it puzzly, but not puzzly. But there's enough tricks in there to like. We don't want to make it super easy where you can just fly through the levels. The goal is probably to get so after we get 30 on release, I'm gonna do another 20, or maybe we'll have Cody do it so I can start on the next world.
I think actually right now, it has a nice progression. Like the first, I think 8 are pretty relatively easy, but then after that, it starts to get harder and harder. Because like the first couple of them, you can just like spam your bullet and you'll be good.
Yeah.
But then after that, you can't do that because if you shoot something, it might fall on you.
Yeah. Oh man, I made this one level. They had all the boxes, all these crates, and before they start falling, and so before the level starts, like it's like counts down, right? By 1, they're falling on you, so you're dead instantly. I love that level. I don't know why. We're gonna put it in. We're gonna have like when we're done, we're gonna actually make another thing. We're gonna have like these super challenging levels. I'm totally gonna make that a level because I know there's a way to beat it. But you only get 6 bullets. But maybe we can change that bullets just for that one. I don't know. It's so awesome. But yeah. So it's coming together. And the ads are sweet. I'm glad. Do you want to talk about that? Because that's something maybe we could say, how you were saying that Unity takes care of stuff now. Because that's one of the concerns.
Yeah, so originally I was going through and doing a Appo deal, I think we were using. We were using Appo deal. And then I was talking to somebody else, and they were saying how they were using Unity Ad. And I was... they said that's super easy to use. It works right away, and it's just really easy to integrate it. You don't really get errors with it or anything like that like you do with the other ad stuff. And my first thing was that when Unity ads first came out, like the revenue you would get from them wasn't as good as actual, ad companies like AdMob and Appodeal and all those other ones. But he was saying that it's gotten a lot better, and to be honest, I like convenience, and I'll sacrifice just a little bit of margin of ad revenue for easy convenience and not having to worry about in the future of stuff breaking with like new Unity versions or versions of the SDK that come out with other ad companies, because this is Unity. They know their engine. They're not going to release their ad network, because they can make it work pretty seamlessly. And all you do is you download it into your project. You do it on the dashboard, and it's just easy code to put in there from there. So it was even really easy to switch everything out. And then from there, I also learned about the Unity analytics. And so we have a whole bunch of stuff that keeps track of how many people have died, what level they die on, what the farthest level that they've gotten to is, when they quit the game, what level are they on when they quit the game, how many times do people push the coin button to watch an ad to get coins, how many people hit the revive button to revive and watch an ad. We just got a whole bunch of stuff in there. I think I even have it where I tell how many when people kill somebody, what character they are and how many coins they have. So
nice.
Just whole stuff in there.
And what I also liked is just seeing the ads come up, and the ads are showing that there's already like a skip button and a close button.
Yeah, I love how they show up in Unity. So usually the other companies, they don't show up in the Unity editor. You have to actually build it out on your phone and test it. But it's still good to test it on your phone. But at least this way, you can implement it all, test in the editor, and it will at least show if it pops up at the right time.
Right. So. Which is what we wanted, because we didn't want people to be forced to watch the whole ad. And we weren't sure how that was all going to be incorporated.
And I think that's a whole, you can customize that too. So you could say, oh, I want them to watch 10 seconds of the ad, or 5 seconds, or I don't want them to skip this, or I want them to be able to skip this one.
Oh, cool. So. Sweet. That's pretty cool. So I assume, does that mean, since we're talking about ads, and I think this is good for most people in this kind of position where they're making mobile games or whatever. So if you have ads, does that mean the longer people watch the video, the more revenue you get? Or is it just as it pops up? I think
it's per click. Okay. So based on how many people click stuff, you get money for it. I think you do get it based on watch of the ads, and then so I think it's based on impressions, which are ads pop up and somebody's watching it. And then if they click on it, you get a little bit more, I think. So nice. I think that's how it works. I don't think it's based on time watched, but it could be. I don't know. Might look into that. But
yeah, I was curious. I don't know. I've never.
I don't know much about ads either.
Other than their paint.
Yeah, not anymore. Thanks, Unity.
Thanks.
Oh, and that's the cool thing. I was telling Johnny the other day. Unity handles all of the GDPR bullshit stuff, so we don't have to.
Yeah.
If we wanted to, we could go in and do a custom screen, tailored to Lazy Goblins and all that stuff. But if we don't, Unity will just handle it.
It's fantastic. We don't want to deal with that. We just want to.
Yeah. So if anybody comes after us, we could be like, Unity, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So that's pretty sweet. We're really excited. We got that implemented and going in there, because that was a big hurdle figuring that part. Oh, no problem. It's something. Oh man. But yeah. So we got that in there. That's really exciting. But it's mostly just been keeping the flow, trying to touch this stuff every day, get a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more, and that's why we're talked about it. So, and that's the thing. So Cody and I, like we've said before in the past, we've worked on lots of games together, and we've done lots of games. I've done lots of games, but I've never released one. So this is my first time actually working through. We've started lots of projects, and we haven't done anything with them. So this is the first thing that we're actually really going consistently on, and so we're learning a lot of stuff. For example, I figured out I should have made all the assets for every level, or at least the first 4, so I could just build out levels. Well, right now what I'm doing is building levels. I've made all the asset. Now I'm doing levels. Once those levels are done, then I have to do the other world and finish all those assets or start them, make the characters for that world, and then build levels again. Whereas it would be nice to just like have everything ready to go and then just start building levels. So now it's like to the point where we might even have to have Cody start making levels, just because like in order to keep up. Because if once we release it and there's only people either A are going to be like frustrated that there's only 30 levels, they'll be ready for more, or we're going to be eager to try to get it out there as fast as possible more, so you guys have more stuff to play, more content. So it's kind of like I should have planned that out a little bit better, but we're kind of where we are. It's not that we're backed in a corner, but instead of saying, look, let's postpone for another month or two while I do all this, excuse me, I think it's just a good idea to kind of keep the ball rolling and just go out there. Let's get it out there. And it just kind of motivates me to work more and get it done. That's kind of what I was thinking. So
I learned a lot about programming. Like, I'm still like looking at videos and stuff, trying to learn like the best way to do stuff. And the funny thing is that there's no like best way. There's just a bunch of different ways that you could approach it.
There really is.
You just gotta pick the way you enjoy.
Yeah, and I think that's the tough part. Oh man, that's the one part about a big beard. You're like, is there hair in my mouth? I think it is. Anyways, the tough part is like, so lately I've been really like kind of down. Like I'm like, man, I just want to be working on games permanently. And so it's like, well, I got to make money in order to do it. So it's like, well, I'd like to get a job making games, since I can't just quit and work on Lazy Goblins. So the only thing that sucks is you automatically start looking at jobs and you feel underqualified. Even though I went to school for games, like I still don't feel qualified to work there, because I see their content or I read their description, what they're looking for. You know, expert in 3ds Max or expert at Blender or Maya, are really proficient. Proficient, whatever. So you feel like, okay, well, and that's the thing, because my dream would be for Cody and I to have our stuff take off, and not in the sense of like, oh, we'll be millionaires. It's not that way. It's more like because the impact we can have on other people, because it gives me what I want, which is to work from home, flexibility. We're the creators. We can do what we want to do. We can work at our own pace, stuff like that. So there's lots of benefits, right? So it's like, why that's what I want to do, and I want to be working in games now. So you look at other stuff and you're like, well, I don't have. Because if I wanted to work for those other companies, if I stopped what I'm doing right now with Cody and Lazy Goblins, and I could just focus 3 to 4 months on getting a really strong portfolio tailored to the companies I want to work for, I could do that. But I would have to dedicate all my time to make sure that all my stuff was really good, all my design was solid, try to make certain things for them specifically so they could see that I can make my stuff look like what the typical stuff they do. So it's like, it's kind of depressing, but like doing this is keeping me excited. But it's like, man, it's just, you never feel like you got enough to get in there.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody ever will, like, especially with how they put on the job postings. Like for programmers, it's crazy. They're like, oh, looking for entry-level programmer, you have to have 5 years experience. It's like, what?
Right, and those tests that you have to do are very difficult.
Oh yeah, the test. Oh god, don't even get me started on those.
And same with an art test, even if you do design, I think Bethesda does, is they said if there's anybody that's like a level designer, the first thing they do is you go into the interview. It's not really an interview. It's like, hey, okay, so you're here for the level designer. They sit you down at a computer and they say, okay, here's our game engine. Make a level, make a world, or make something, and you have like a certain amount of time. So that's the thing. So if I spend 4 months really concentrating on that, really getting proficient, make some good stuff, it might have taken me that 4 months to make that. So then you go somewhere and they're like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, we love your stuff. Okay, go ahead and design something. You have 3 hours. And you're like, oh, God. So there's a lot of pressure. It's really exciting. But you have to take those shots and you have to take those chances. And I think if I wasn't doing what I was doing with Lazy Goblins, then I would be focusing mostly on that. But I'm kind of happy with what we're doing. No, you can't. I figure,
it's good to just go out there and try, even if like they ask for like all this stuff, like 5 years experience, and you only have like 1. Just throw your hat in there anyways, because 1, who knows, you might be the best person that applied for the job, so you might get hired, and 2, it's a great learning experience.
Right. And that's what I'm going to do with this game. That's why I'm trying to mostly focus on the design and levels and stuff, other than obviously creating the art, because I would like to use that, because I want to get a job in the industry, even if it's for a year, 6 months, whatever, just because it gives me more insight on how it really all works. Because even though we're doing it and we're making it, I don't know about you, Cody, I still feel like it's magical. Like, how do you make a game?
Yeah.
Like, what? How do they do some of the things they do?
I think it's magical because, like, I always feel like I'm just scratching the surface. Like, when I make something and all this stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome. And then I go, like, watch a video on how somebody else does something, and I'm like, how'd they do that?
Right.
What? So there's a lot of stuff that goes into making a game, and we're just scratching the surface.
Yeah, we haven't even, like...
Especially since we're only doing, with this game, it's only mobile. So we're only scratching the mobile aspect.
Yeah.
Like, once we make games for, like, PCs and stuff, that's, like, a whole another thing. Because especially with the whole, like, if we go to Steam, how does that whole thing work? How do we go about getting a Nintendo developer kit if we want to release on Switch? If we get accepted, how does that whole process work? Like,
so what you're saying is it's like...
a whole bunch of stuff.
Like, I muted myself. World. Why is it red? Oh, because I'm in the zone? Whole new world. That's what I was going to say. Never mind. Yeah, never mind.
Oh, no.
Like I said, I don't feel good. I have a fever. Sorry.
Okay.
Anyways. Yeah. I didn't even think of all that. So, and that's stuff. That's the great thing about following us on this channel and our Discord, is the trials and tribulations that we're doing, you guys are gonna go on the journey with us. So we're gonna explain stuff. It's not like we're trying to hide anything. We're trying to show you guys how you start from nothing and you work your way up. That's what we're starting with a mobile game, because they're easier. You can get it out there on the market. You can reach a ton of people. Maybe get some notification or recognition, I should say.
We might even dive into the whole how to advertise it. Like, do we buy ads? We might test that. Throw like $20.
Right.
How it does. I don't know.
We might, spend $10,000 and have someone advertise it at PAX for us. You never know.
Never know. Donnie might just go to PAX with the game and a shirt that says Wacky Dolls, and people will be like, "What's that?" He'll be like, "Go on your phone, download it."
I'll be like that scene from Death Standing that I really want. I want that game so bad. It's Death Standing, right? Pretty sure that's what it is.
I don't know. Stranding.
Death Standing. I think it's Death Standing. With Norman Reedus. I can't remember his name. Kino. I don't know how to say his name. But that amazing game. But how he's got that scene where it's like the backpack that has all the crap on his back. I'll just have phones all around me so people can just see the game. Play it. It'd be pretty awesome.
There you go.
So,
yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah. What's been your favorite part so far? Or funnest part? What's the most joy you're getting?
I think the funnest part is where we're at now with the art in the game and everything, and like it's got that polished feel to it. So like when we play it, like before, like when it was like in the prototype stage, we would like test the mechanics and stuff, and it would be fun. But now it's like actually like a lot, more fun, because the art's in there, the characters in there. When they explode, we actually see all the characters, parts go everywhere and everything. So,
do you know what I love most about that exploding mechanic that we did? Is every time it's different. They all don't explode the same way. Like I when we were watching it the other day, and I was play testing that level, and I exploded, but like my legs left, but my top body, so my head was still there. It was the funniest shit.
And then it slowly fell off the edge.
And but his eyes are still blinking.
It was fun.
So that's a really cool mechanic. I think it's pretty awesome. I think this is the farthest we've come with a game to release.
I think this is the most polished game that we've had, too.
What I love is how everything you just see the progression of how things look better and cleaner, like how the characters that I first made compared to the ones I made now, and I can't wait to make the new ones. There's just everything's looking better. So by the end, everything's gonna be like fully like we're probably gonna get a smoke cap going on, fully like rendered. Get some rigged 3D anime. They're gonna have like walk cycles, and they're gonna be moving around, jump, and you're gonna be like, "What just happened?"
First you're standing still, now you're running around shooting.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, but the player's still gonna stand still, so that they're gonna be trying to. Yeah, it's finally gonna be the stealth game I've always wanted. Yeah, it is definitely coming along. It's definitely looking really good, and I'm excited to dive into the next part and get that going. And then there's certain aspects that, like, that's what I love too, is that there's certain things that I want us to change as we go, like the level select, for example. What I'd love to do, not that we can, but I'd love to do is it change with like the world. So as you're scrolling, so you'll have like 30 levels. That's in the west. And the next one is like, oh, it's spooky, so it's a little haunted. You know, I love how Cody's shaking his head like, yeah, jerk. That's.
I thought about that, and
you're gonna do it. Excellent. I love it. See, guys,
maybe.
This is how our board meetings go. I ask Cody things that I want him to do in front of a live audience, so that way he can't say no.
No.
But you told the fans you would do it.
No, I didn't. I just said no.
You guys heard him. He just said maybe. So it means yes. So
Maybe
you're saying
not.
there's a chance.
No, I thought about that too. I was like, it would be cool if, like, when they scroll, you know, I had the kind of like just a basic background of what the world is. So, like, in the first one, it'd be like the ground with like mountains in the back, maybe a couple clouds, and then you scroll and it would slowly transform to. Hold on, they're going crazy again.
I think what he's going to say, slowly transform into the next world, which would be great and fantastic, and I think it would look really good. So that could be something we tweak with. Mostly, I don't even have everything done for the next world, so we shifted on which world we're going to do next too, which is kind of like a surprise. So of what it's going to look like, not a surprise like, oh, we didn't know we were going to do that, because we didn't, but still, because there is that surprise, but still there's also the surprise of like what we're going to do. So now I basically have a new world that I have to create, and I need to try to get it done. So I need to get these 30 levels done and then just jump into it and go as quickly as I can to get that done, because we'd like to release the next world by the end of the month. So that's probably how it's going to go until we have all the worlds that we want, which I think is going to be like 5 to 6. Just try to release one a month, like, just here's the new stuff. So, but that's pretty much how it is, you know. You just gotta kind of roll with it, and that's the fun part about working with someone that like someone else, and that, like, you're working at your own pace, is like you can make these little tweaks and changes and say, okay, let's try this or let's try that, and you know, and it's really great to have someone like Cody, who's a strong partner in this thing. Is like, there's a lot of things he's doing so that I can focus on the art, because we need the art. And like I said, but I've learned so much. I think this time around, like, we're kind of like doing the art as we go, whereas next time I would try to say, okay, let's get the concept. Okay, let's give me a couple months to prep as much as I can with the art, and then we can start kind of designing stuff as we go. Or I would get all the art done that we need, at least to build stuff, and then that way we can just build what we want. Because I think it's kind of, you know, it's difficult to kind of keep up with the demand of, like, let's get this out. So yeah,
The dog was harassing the bird.
oh yeah, they do that. Who won, the bird or the dog?
I don't know.
It's like
Everybody's okay.
It's like you live in the movie Secret Life of Pets. Like,
Pretty much.
yeah, I'm actually surprised how much work Cody gets done, because every time we're working, it's like every 5-10 minutes, I gotta go check the dog. I gotta let the dog out. I'm I'm like, how does? That's why he stays up till 4 a.m. because
Yeah, pretty much.
he really only
That's when
does
they're-
like 5 hours of work a day because he's up so.
When they're asleep, then I can get all my work done.
Yeah.
And then when I finally get to sleep, like 3 hours later, they're like, "Can I go outside? I gotta go outside. Food?"
Man. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been having fun. Things are going well. I was talking to him about how, the things we've learned and how maybe next time we'll just like work on all the art first, and then that way we can have that done, and then we can build stuff out at the same time. This is why you need to hire more people, but we need money to do that. So one thing at a time.
I think he's messing with the bird again.
The bird started it. Well, I think this is a good point to I want to get some good rest. Like I said, I'm not feeling well, so this would be a good point. I think good stopping point to say thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
We're not.
Thanks for stopping.
I don't think we need to say we're back because we're never gone. I mean,
Yeah.
we're really
just,
trying to focus on getting the
game done and out there. Ewok, come here.
the game done out there and staying true to the times we say. So we'll do a podcast on Fridays. We'll do a tippity tip video. We're really trying to work on that, and that's something that we're just it's trial and error. We're trying. So
Yeah. I'm going to visit family from the weekend of the 19th. So we might do record it earlier and release it. So
yeah, or we'll do. When is the 19th? What day is that? So wait, when are you leaving?
like in 2 weeks.
Well, I know that part, but like, when are you leaving? Like, are you leaving on the 19th, or are you leaving on the 18th?
18th, like at night.
Okay, so that's a Wednesday. So maybe that week we'll either do a live stream podcast on Wednesday afternoon,
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know.
or like you said, we'll just pre-record something.
Do you have a Unity pillow
Unity pillow. Where? What?
on your neck rest?
Oh no, this is a from the chair people.
Totally
Secret
look
lab.
like a Unity.
Yeah, it is, because it knows we're playing games and we're also making them. It just knows me. Oh yeah, and it's got this cool thing too, so I'm like totally like, oh yeah. Yeah, so we can do it sooner, or and I can always get on too. I like to talk to you guys and entertain and bedazzle everyone with all my Blender knowledge.
I gotta give you the website to go so you could look at the chat.
Oh yeah. Oh, anybody say anything in the chat?
No.
Anybody
Not
even
this
watching us?
No.
Thanks for stopping by. No.
Yeah. But if you're watching this on the
future.
YouTube channel,
Yeah, on the YouTube.
thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
And check us out every Friday night
Every Friday
on Mixer or YouTube, because we'll be live doing a podcast.
Right. Unless stated
And
otherwise.
follow us on Twitter if you're on there, because I post when we're about to go live.
Yeah, Cody does a lot of stuff on Twitter.
Or join the Discord,
Oh yeah.
because I
there's
post there too when we're about to go live. So,
I don't do anything. I'm really trying, but not really. But I am, but I'm not. But I am.
Yeah. If you are watching this on YouTube, though, comment below, because we're trying to figure this out. Comment below with what type of videos you look for when you go to a game development channel. Like, do you look for devlogs? Do you look for, specific tutorials like Blender tutorials or Unity tutorials or whatever engine you use tutorials? Do you look for what do you look for? Just general game dev tips? Like,
Do you look for
just
great
talking
beards?
like we do right now? Beards? Like, what do you look for? So comment below on that, because we're trying to figure that out.
Yeah, we're actually trying to figure out. It's funny. The other day we were talking about what we're going to talk about today and about where the channel's going. We don't really know. I mean, we do the podcasts. We
We do the
this, but
podcast. We
don't
do
know what else.
general talking videos about
tips.
what just is on our mind. But we don't really have a direction, and we want to figure that out and just zone in on it and go.
Asking the fans.
Because we want to release at least some pretty constant content on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, and we want you guys to appreciate the content and be a part of the
Yeah,
content.
we want to provide value for you guys. So
Right.
we don't want to make videos and
everybody's like, okay, I don't find this helpful at all.
Yeah, oh, there they go again, talking for another 40 minutes. No
There
one
they go
cares.
again, talking about motivation. We've seen this a bunch of times, guys.
Yeah, and you know what? Doesn't seem like they're very motivated because every time they start talking, they're like, sorry, we haven't talked to you in 3 weeks. Johnny was sick again. So we are trying to figure that out. I think Fridays, so I personally love the idea of doing what we're doing about, like, basically the life of indie and from starting from the ground and working our way up. So I think Friday is pretty much going to be a typical talk about indie stuff, what we're doing, things we're doing on the game, just general stuff about what Lazy Goblins is up to. But then we would love to do a video during the week about, you know, other things that you guys are interested in. And we are really going to try to do a I just like the sound of Tippity Tip Tuesday, so we're really gonna work on.
Even though we don't call it that,
I call it that. But I'll do some Blender stuff. I'm also getting into what's that art program we just bought, Cody? Why am I muted?
Affinity Designer.
What?
Affinity Designer.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna start looking into Affinity Designer because I got that so I can start painting textures. Because right now, obviously, you guys know everything's pretty much just a material base. So, start doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's
I
up?
might do some videos with you on that.
Yeah, because you're going to have to teach me. I guess I have no idea how to use it. But I'll figure it out. It's really intuitive. I like it a lot.
Come here,
So-
Ewok. Come on.
Come on,
here.
Ewok.
Come here, Ewok. Come here.
We only have a channel working on here.
Come here. Ewok, come here.
Wow, Ewok. Just like some of our fans, he ignores Cody.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. But yeah, I think this was good. Thanks for stopping by, and
Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Be
we're
sure to
still-
comment below. Remember,
yeah,
help us
about
figure
what
it
you guys
out.
want to see.
Oh,
And
I have
if
a Twitter poll. Maybe we could go look at that, right?
I actually voted on that today.
Oh, did you?
And I
weren't
voted for
supposed to.
indie dev stuff. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna vote because I want
Wow.
to talk what I want to talk about.
Oh, there it is. 52 minutes left as of Friday, December, 5th? 6th?
Fifth. Yesterday's 5th, yeah.
It's a tie between general game dev tips and specific tutorials.
We're doing both. What is it, 38% still both?
40-40, and then 20 is talking about life as an indie.
Wow. Well, we're doing that anyway. So enjoy the talk about what life as an indie.
We're doing that no matter what.
Yeah.
So what we might do then is
tippity
we
tip
might
video.
alternate. We might alternate weekly. So one week will be like a specific tutorial on like something Blender, something Affinity Designer, or design wise, or Unity specific, and then on the next week we'll do like a game dev tip, like about burnout or whatever we think would be useful information that we have learned.
Yeah, and if we start doing well and the stuff takes off and everything else takes off and we can actually do this like we want to do, this is our job, then we can easily do a video every week. Like a tippity tip video. Sorry.
We can do both of them
No problem.
every week.
So it's really up to you fans to help us get to achieve what we all want to achieve. But I think I'm done.
Yeah.
So anything else? Any final remarks for you, sir?
I think the last thing I have to say is keep
Create. Now, you'd think we'd sign off with that tagline, but we're supposed to do the thumbnail, so what do you want to do?
No, forget it.
Alright. I'll just do this. I'm going to be sleeping.
Okay.
Alright, and bye.
Bye.
Start